here trying to convince my daughter to get the help that she desperately needs. I had another idea along the way. I'm trying to hire a constable that can execute the warrants throughout the state of Pennsylvania, but it seems as though the system wants to kick me in the teeth once again, and the judge won't reassign the warrant to the constable so that he could come down here and snatch her up and get her back to Montgomery County into jail, and then we go from there. So I'm kind of disappointed that the system, for some reason, wants to fight me every step of the way.
So tell the people, let the people know what happened the last time you was out here. You know, the sort of video with her, the cops came and everything, she was going off. So a lot of people want to know what happened. Did she go with you, or what happened?
They did absolutely nothing. And as soon as they left, she jumped out of the car and then she rolled too. Very sad situation down here. You know, when you come down here and you just hope to get a little bit of help from somebody, and just nobody wants to really help. They just want the problem to go away, I guess. And it's not going to go away. I mean, everybody else's kid out here, if they don't want to do anything about it, if they want to wash their hands of it, then they have to live with that decision. I'm going to keep giving her every chance until she either dies or I can't do it anymore. And I just wanted you to know that her mom's here today. Her mom's been here several times, and she's the one that's got the hard job because she's taking care of the kids. I got the easy job. Just find her, snatch her up, and get her back to Montgomery County. She's the one that's possibly going to have a lifetime of raising Khalil and Kate's children, because they'd rather be down here doing whatever it is they think they're doing.
Can you give us a little history about Kate as far as her childhood growing up? How was she? Kate
was a really good young child, and when she got to be about 11 or 12, she was diagnosed as bipolar and borderline personality disorder, and then she got involved with drugs, and it's been all downhill from there. She took a little running away charge, and kept telling the court, I'm not going to listen, I'm not going to listen, and went progressively more harsh placement until she ended up in Vision Quest down in Florida. And that's where she ran into some more people that she then hooked up with when they all got out, and that just led to more problems. So it's a failure of the system, and I guess us as parents too. I mean, I can't say that I didn't have nothing to do with it, because look where she's at. So I got to take some responsibility. It's just, the whole thing is just mind-boggling.
When was the last time you was in touch with her?
Last night, as a matter of fact. I texted her back and forth for about an hour and 15 minutes while I was working. I don't do a whole lot when I work. I just sit there. But anyway, she kept telling me she's not ready, and the same old spiel. If I would give her money, then she would get high, and then maybe she would come to my house, and just the usual cons. I've heard them all. When I finally brought Khalil's name up, she had stopped the text. So I would doubt it.
She's done that in the past, though. She gets angry with people and withdraws from them. So I'm sure that's how their relationship has been also. She has an addiction. She can't help what she's doing. It's an illness.
So how is things due to the fact that you have to take care of the two kids?
Well, I love my grandchildren, and actually since they're born, on and off, I've been like a net for them. So it's no different, but it's hard though when they ask for their mother, and I see what shape their mother's in on a YouTube video, and I know where she is. So that makes it hard.
And the only reason that we know where she is, and that is because of the work you're doing. God bless you, man.
I appreciate it. That's why I do this, just to raise awareness, because I want the kids to have a better future,
Yeah, for the children to know
what's
that
going
it's
on.
not
Right.
a life, a good life. This is not a life for anyone. You know, and that's the best reason to do it.
They must have known I was going to ask them why they wouldn't help me out before.
So this Randy right here, guys. Randy is a no-nonsense type of guy. He's a good parent. A lot of people give him a lot of praises for coming down here into the black hole, which is Kensington, and doing what he did for his daughter. So
it is a vortex. And people come down here and they get sucked into this vortex and they never get out.
And people from all around the world. See this Randy right here. So why I like Randy, he's a straight up guy. In New York, we'll say he's a gangster. You want to count us up? Okay.
Hey, how you doing, officer? Got a little problem. My daughter's down here addicted. We're from Montgomery County. I have a warrant issued out of Montgomery County for her arrest for a probation violation. Yeah, I have a warrant in the back. It's not issued to me. It's to the, to the sheriff's there. And I came down here. He was with me. He's a witness. I snatched up off Kensington Avenue and tried to get her into Montgomery County myself. And when I couldn't anymore, I called 911 and 4 officers came and told me that they weren't allowed to take her into custody on this warrant and said that they weren't absolutely not coming with them. I just wanted to know if anything has changed now. If I run into her again and I call for you guys, will you?
How long ago was that?
Well, it was about 2 weeks ago. Now, before this, like a year ago, or back in the fall, we had the same thing, and a sergeant came out, a female sergeant came out and actually arrested her, but it wasn't during the COVID thing, and all the other issues that you guys are dealing with now. That day he said that they were stretched thin, but I didn't know if I didn't know if it was Krasner just telling you guys don't bring people in now, or.
But it would also depend on whether they're going to
They're going to come get her.
Who is this person here?
She's my daughter.
Okay. All right. So I just don't want to put it in those.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. She's down there doing that. She's. The last time she actually had drugs. She was shooting drugs in her neck as we were driving down the road. Yeah, it's very frustrating. And then the other idea that I had was to get a constable, because they can operate throughout the state.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the constable says that the judge has to reassign the warrant to them, and the judges were reluctant to do that. So I feel like the only way we're going to maybe be able to save her is if I grab her and you put her in there, and then as soon as the weekend's over, I have Montgomery County here first thing in Monday morning.
Well, no, I mean they should. What happened? The procedure is supposed to happen is we have to check, right? So we log the person. Unfortunately, I can't without her being here. I'm not allowed to run information. In fact, there's a thing called the contact, which is called NORI, but it's basically a number to contact now.
Right.
And we call and just make sure, and then when we bring them in, our detectives send what's called a hit confirmation to them, and then all that's supposed to.
Yeah, it'll keep her alive for right now though, because she looks awful.
Anything you can do is better.
We've seen some YouTube videos and.
Yeah, this gentleman right here is the one. His awareness is the reason that I'm down here. Because once I saw that video of her, then I got in contact with him,
how close she
and then
was.
I came down. We drove around. We actually saw her boyfriend first, and then he helped us look for her. And I spotted her on Kensington Avenue, and I just.
Well, I mean, listen, of course we do, man.